Hey, everybody, welcome to this evening. Let's talk autism. And again, I'm waiting on Linda. Hopefully, let me inbox her. Hey, Teresa. Let me inbox her real quick and see if she is available. Um, Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, I am one of the admins of this wonderful establishment that we call Autism and Us. And what we do every Sunday around the same time as we come together and we talk about autism and our journeys with our loved ones. Tonight's focus is going to be on meltdowns. So we want to learn and share and give each other tips. And of course, the floor is open to any other discussions you want to have related to autism. And yes, sometimes we break the monotony. And we have our lovely Mr. Charles, who is always cracking jokes. So I'm going to put the invite in there for you, Mr. Charles. Just a second. All right. There we go. Let me see. So, how's everybody doing this evening? We'll start off with that. Um, Teresa, how are you? And no, I haven't forgotten you. I am actually just waiting on Veronica. She had her anniversary, so I didn't want to bother her, but I'm going to tap her on the shoulder this week so we can get the little boards in. Well, hello, Mr. Charles.
Hi,
How are
Nita.
you?
How are you doing?
Good, good. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Good.
Hey,
Hey,
Ashley.
Ashley, how are you? So, well, I was figuring we're gonna start tonight. One of the topics they put in the chat was about meltdowns. Um, and as we know, most of our young ones or loved ones on the spectrum have meltdowns. We can share some triggers. I know it's different triggers for everybody. What do we do to help our loved one during a meltdown? What do you do to help yourself when they're having a meltdown? Hey, Lorienda, how are you? Are you feeling better?
Hi, Lorianda.
And Sonia's in there. Yeah, I'm thinking Linda must still be asleep. I know she said she felt a migraine coming on. So, well, I guess I will start. Well, thankfully, DeAndre hasn't had a major meltdown recently. Um, but during the times he's had them, I had learned through ABA teaching him the countdown method, which really worked. So we would count down from 10 and the breathing in and breathe out, and I'd have him sit down and relax. Now, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes you just don't know what's going on. So sometimes what I do is if I know he's somewhere where he's not gonna hurt himself, like in his room, and he's going through his motions, I'll just leave him alone. And then I have to walk out anyway, because if I don't, then as a parent, I'll have a meltdown too. So me and him will be melting down together. But those are some of the ways that I try to help him through it and to calm down. And usually, if I do leave him alone for a brief period of time, just really briefly, and then of course, I go check on them, but usually that helps. But triggers, I am not really sure with DeAndre. um, it's been situations where the weather has changed, like maybe it start raining. That's far and few that triggers him, or if it's too loud. Now that is a trigger. If we go in somewhere and it's just too much going on, he will start to melt down. Now, Mr. Charles, at being on the spectrum yourself, have you ever experienced a meltdown?
I think the meltdowns I have had, and I haven't really experienced them as an adult, but I think, what they manifest in the form of crying.
Okay. Okay.
They weren't, like some of the more severe meltdowns where people break things or hurt people and so on. I mean,
Right.
I mean, there were times when I had what would more properly be called a tantrum because I was in control of my behavior.
Right.
But I think like one example was one time for Columbus Day, the school was putting on a Columbus Day pageant, and the boy who was supposed to speak in front of me messed up his lines, and I started crying because I didn't know what to do. He didn't say what he was supposed to say before I said what I was supposed to say.
Oh.
So,
You just start
just not
crying.
knowing what to do, I started crying right there on stage.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm sitting here eating watermelon chunks,
Yeah, I'm glad you're feeling better too.
in case you guys are wondering. Watching this uh-oh, hurricane time.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
is it at? Where is it at now? Where
Last I heard, it knocked down power to all of Puerto
oh, Puerto
Rico.
Rico. Really? Wow, they're getting hit again, huh? Ashley says my son has meltdowns from staying inside the house too long. Sometimes I can't jump up every day at 6 a.m., ready to hit the outside world. It's
Yeah,
draining. Yeah,
yeah.
I
Oh,
can
you
imagine.
can.
Yeah. Whenever my son has a meltdown in public or at home, I will hold him tight and we do countdown. Okay. Yeah, some of our babies love that tightness, that it's like for that sensory, maybe that helps to calm them. Brandon's trigger if I don't tell him ahead of time the plan. Okay, he has to be on schedule. He doesn't like no surprises. He hates crowds and lots of noises. Example, the airport. Yes, the weather changes him and me too. hmm
Yeah,
Yeah, it's something how there's different triggers, and then like I said with DeAndre, sometimes I just don't know. I just don't know what's going on because he can't express to me what it is that's happening here, to tell me, why am I having this meltdown? So it's a lot of guessing games. It's a lot of guessing games. But sometimes I know about when it's coming. If it's just too much going on. Now he can stand a crowd, like if it's not too crowded, like in a store. He's fine with that. But being around a whole lot of people, it might set him off.
yeah. Of course, for me, obviously, it's something I've had to learn through life to handle the unexpected. But it's not necessarily meltdowns in all cases, but it's still where it's something I've had to learn, to expect the unexpected,
Yeah.
expect plans to change.
Yeah, I think uh, now that you said that, because we have to distinguish what is a meltdown and what is a temper tantrum. What are they? It's a want, and they can't have, and then they go through the tantrum thing. So we have to, make that distinction. Sometimes if Brandon is sick, I can't figure. Yeah, yeah, true for me too. When DeAndre is sick, yep, less crowds. Hmm.
I think something even today that helps me is just volunteering for things that come up on short notice if I'm available for them. Like today, well, a few days ago, we news, another congregation nearby would need a speaker today, and so I volunteered and I gave the talk there today.
Oh,
Just
okay,
volunteering for things ahead of time like that, and
okay.
afterward, Cindy and I we took a friend of hers also with us, and then afterward we three went out to dinner.
Oh, that's nice. Dinner.
Yeah,
Hmm. So, what are you guys suggestions? Okay, so we Teresa holds and does the countdown. Lorienda, what are some things you help to get Brandon through his meltdowns? Hey, Foxy Roxy.
hey Roxy.
He be ready to go when we go to the family and friends parties. Most of the time, they make a quiet room for him when we hang out. Okay, well that's good. At least they understand and have that quiet space for him. When we're at family functions, DeAndre does a lot of stimming. So if it's like family around, he's okay. But like if everybody's moving and you know just so much going on, he goes into his rocking mode. Rocking and the hands.
Yeah, I am.
Last Friday at school, my son had a meltdown while in another classroom with normal kids um, that are in the same grade as my son. My son teacher calmed him down by talking to him in a calm voice. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that is key. When they're going through that, definitely have to stay calm. Definitely.
yeah. I mean, yelling at him is going to make things worse.
Mhm. Yeah, really makes things worse. Brandon, that rocking, yep, rocking and stemming.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I remember one time we were, well, with my late second wife, we were at a party, and conversation. There's so many people in conversation. I couldn't navigate it. And I was kind of stood off to the side. Then, um, you know, they took a group of us on a tour of a housewarming party, and I saw
Uh-huh.
downstairs the two guys playing chess, and so I said, "This is where I want to be." And I watched until the game ended. Then I played the winner of the game, and that was something I could do. It's something I could handle.
Okay. It got your interest going, so
Yeah, and it
yeah.
was something I could handle. It was simpler than the multiple people conversation.
Okay. Too much going on there.
Yeah,
Lorienda says, I calm him by hugging and talking to him to relax. Okay. Brandon also jumps like DeAndre when he's over. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you notice DeAndre, those hands and they're jumping at the same time. Hands and jumping. Yeah. Foxy, what about you if you're still here? What are some things you do to help your babies calm down during the meltdown? And what are some things you guys do for yourselves during that time when they're having the meltdowns? What things do you do? Do you try to get you into a quiet space, or you just try to stay in place to work it out with them? Is Sonia still here? And what about Sonia? I don't know if she's still here. We like your input too, Sonia. Yep. So for those of you who are just joining us, what this is all about is our Sunday Let's Talk Autism, and we do this every Sunday. Just it's just a social get together of us talking about our loved ones and being on the spectrum, the journeys, things we go through. And yes, sometimes we break the monotony and talk about other things, but for the most part, is just coming together and talking. So you just grab your favorite snacks and you drink and get in your comfy chair and talk. If you see a question in the chat that you can help out with, feel free to chime in. It's all about us sharing and learning and supporting one another. Glorianda said, oh, that's Teresa. I'm sorry. Teresa says, I stay in place with my son. Okay. So you're there to just help him work through it. Foxy says with Raymond, just leaving him alone is best. If anyone tries to talk to him or touch him, it makes him more upset. If we are home, his room is the best place, and I'll just tell him to draw a villain and leave him to it. Okay. Yeah, sometimes for me, and I do the same thing with DeAndre when I just can't, and then it's like my head is like, oh, okay, I have to walk away, and I make sure he's okay in his room, and just let him, you know, go through what he's going through. Queen only has meltdowns when she thinks she did something wrong. Okay. Oh, so if um I'm trying to envision it. So if she took something out the refrigerator and she thinks she wasn't supposed to, and mama might be mad or something, I just tell her she's not in trouble. I just want you to be okay. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. Reassuring her. It's okay. Yes, it's okay. As we understand. Um, let's see. I was trying to see if I'm gonna try her one more time. See if she's around. Um, if I want to check her phone or something. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, and so,
Go ahead, Mr. Charles.
yeah. So how old is Sonia's daughter?
Queen, is she's 12 or 13? I want to say. Um, Foxy says sometimes it's best just to let them go through it and just make sure they are okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's 12. Yeah, that's
Okay.
sometimes that's best. She's 12, Mr. Charles.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So besides Teresa, do any of your kids, and I think Foxy, you may have mentioned, have meltdowns in school? Is there triggers in school that cause them to have meltdowns? Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Leave them alone sometimes. DeAndre, it hasn't been a meltdown, and I don't know what's going on with him, but sometimes during school, he starts this laughter. I don't know. He just starts laughing out of nowhere. And he'll do it for like the teacher said about like 30 minutes or so and just continuously. They try to redirect him, but he just keeps it up. So I don't know if it's something going on in the room or what. But then she'll say, "Oh, he's fine now." Loud noises. Okay. I've heard she has them in school. I don't know what triggered them. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be something, if we could pinpoint, every trigger, so we can possibly avoid them all. But mhm. Let me see if I can hear some more in the group. Uh, Maybe we can get a few more. Foxy says, with Jalen, I redirect. I start singing or playing her favorite Beatles song or Country Roads, which is the one song that makes her happy no matter what is going on.
Yeah.
Mhm. She's in a special education class now. We will see how this goes. Okay, okay, good, good. Yeah, hopefully we will hope for a great school year and everything works out. Okay. I'm gonna reshare this to the group. Let me see. You have a particular subject you'd like to speak on, Mr. Charles, when it comes to meltdowns?
Well, I don't really have a whole lot of experience with it. I mean, I think my meltdowns consisted of crying, and for that reason, it's kind of hard to separate them from. I mean, I can tell certain instances, like the one with the Columbus Day play. I can tell you, that 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 definitely fell in the category of a meltdown because of what triggered it. But other times, it's a little hard to say. I remember in first grade when we got to a place we were supposed to trace, and I started crying because again I didn't know what to do. And I
Uh,
think that's kind of the thing when I was a boy. I sometimes cried when I was confused and I didn't know what to do next.
I don't even know where I shared this. Let's see. So besides that, how is school going for everybody? I mean, is everybody have you gotten off to a good start? I was trying to share to the group, but I think I shared somewhere else and I can't find it. Oh, I see where I went. That's why. Um, I need to go here. Give me 1 second, you guys. I wanna see if we could get some more people in. So this is all right. Here we go. I'm gonna do it this way. Okay. Let's see how that goes. Okay. Not knowing what to expect next is definitely a trigger, I think, even for us too. Okay. Yeah, I think routine is uh-oh. Was that me? I think routine is very, very important. When we get off those routines or don't know, what's getting ready to happen in order, those can definitely be triggers. if
Yeah,
if my son sees other kids getting bullied, my son will have a meltdown. Oh, okay. Well, at least he knows. That's yeah, at least he knows, that's not a good thing. Great start. I'm actually getting a whole conversation about her day, not just boring or nothing. Okay,
very
that's
good.
communication is that's good. That is um yeah, definitely a great start.
Yeah,
When you
that's very good. Yeah, that she's
hmm
actually telling you something about her day. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. When you have a teacher that dives right in, yep, that's always good. Always. hmm So what's for dinner, you guys? What's for dinner this evening? And if you are just joining us, this is our social gathering online, live, where we come together and discuss things happening in our journeys. Tonight, the focus was on meltdowns, but you are welcome to throw any questions or um, anything you want to share in the group chat. If you'd like to come on up, I will put the invite link in, and you are more than welcome to come join us up. I thought Linda was going to make it this evening, but I'm thinking she's not feeling too well. So she did say she was coming down with a migraine. I love having communication with my son every day when he gets home. Yeah, that's good.
good.
Yep. Then you know he's had a good day or how his day went. Yep. Communication is always good. Always. So, um, I have been thinking about revamping or redoing DeAndre's room. If you've been following us for a while, you know he's into race cars. He likes musical things. He likes to box. So I was been thinking, what could I do different? His room is already race car themes. He has the decals, the signs, the bedding for the race car, even down to his light switch, the flag, the the black and white flag. So I'm thinking that now that he's showing a lot of interest in DJing, well, just playing around with music, maybe do a music theme room with like the DJ turntable, um, decals, and maybe a rug to go on his floor with music and records. So it's in my head. It's in my head.
Yeah. Of course, there's the old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. As if he loves his room the way it is, maybe the best thing is leave it the way it is.
Yeah, that's true. But he has shown a lot of interest in the DJ thing. That's
Yeah.
why I'm thinking it may, you know, and if he doesn't like it, I can always change it back. But his interest is really deep in it. And I bought him a little um starter, a little DJ mixer starter, and he was in that thing all day learning the ins and outs.
Yeah. Well, if it's something you can undo, if it's a change you can change back easily,
Yeah.
that's one thing. I was thinking about like if you're wallpapering his room.
Oh, no, 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 no
Uh,
wall.
but yeah, if it's a fairly easy thing to change back, you might ease it in with uh, half one thing and half the other.
Yeah, to see what he gravitates to. Now I do know his game chair that he does his racing in. I
Yeah,
won't be able to move that. He will not allow it. If I move that thing, it sits in the middle of his room. But if I go in his room to like just say sweep and I happen to move the chair out the way and he's walking by, oh my God, he has a fit. He comes in there, grabs the chair and moves it right back where it's at. So I already know I won't be able to move that.
Yeah,
Sonia says, made a pot of spaghetti last night for today, wasn't cooking after church. Okay. That sounds good. I don't have to take I have a taste for spaghetti. I know it's
tomorrow,
out of topic. Please keep my mom and family in your prayer, Puerto Rico. Oh yeah, Lorienda just said that. Definitely, definitely in our prayers, Fancy. Definitely.
yeah, yeah. We yesterday we were over at a gathering at a home of a couple that have a second home in Puerto Rico, and they were watching the news, how it was progressing, and I don't know if it damaged their second home or not. 'Cause they're planning, um, you know, I guess in a week or so to go down there and stay for a month and a half. But whether this rearranges those plans remains to be seen.
Hopefully minimal damage is done. Do it by oh no, Teresa. We'll keep the boxing in the basement. He already has a little area in the basement where he does his sparring. You can't have he'll be up all night trying to box in that room. Yep. Praying, definitely. Tacos. Oh yeah, tacos.
Well, I didn't fix any dinner tonight because we went out to dinner early, but tomorrow night I'm planning to fix a Thai chicken recipe.
Thai chicken.
It has red curry paste and coconut milk, cauliflower, and a bunch of good stuff in it.
Sounds good. Why don't you just add it to the car thing? Because you know how our babies are today. They like this. Yep.
That's
That's
kind of
true.
what I was suggesting.
That's why I bought him the thing, just to see, because I know he'll probably be into it for a couple months and then all of a sudden put it to the side. But you're right. You're right. Maybe I should just dedicate one wall, one no, the smaller wall for the music things.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was suggesting
Yeah.
is half and half.
hmm Music studio. Yep. He'll be in there all night jamming. They will be out of power for oh wow. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Because they got hit hard before. These hurricanes, they seem to be coming too often and they come with a vengeance now. Really bad. My son is finally eating pumpkin pie now. And I love pumpkin pie. Oh my goodness.
Oh, my mom fixed the best pumpkin pie.
Really? I love pumpkin pie. And see, I love it when it's cold. I love pumpkin pie when it's cold. It's delicious. My son loves McDonald's and is fascinated with Christmas. Yep. My son is in that McDonald's too. But I think right now he's into tacos. Well, tacos, but nuggets and fries. Nuggets and fries. And how are you, Tamika?
Hi,
That's it.
Tamika.
Looks like it's coming up. Oh wow. Just hope, minimal damage for everybody. Definitely I have friend and family there too. Wow. Yeah, it's that time of the year. Mhm. So do you keep a Christmas tree up all year, Tamika? I know there was it was a parent in a group one time. They did a different type themed tree for the holidays. So like they had a tree for Christmas, for their for them, a tree for Easter, something like that. 4th of July. If y'all follow my kids page, y'all can see Raymond wants an Arabian decor like Aladdin. Okay. Art studio room. Y'all know he can draw, and it's what makes him calm. Okay, yeah, we have to keep up with him. So is he gonna draw the decals on the walls? That would be awesome. So we have to keep up with Raymond. put your put their page in the chat, Foxy. Yes. Hello everyone. I'm great. My first. Well, welcome. Welcome. I'm glad you could join us. This is just our social gathering. Um where we come together on Sundays. It's like come as you are, and we talk about our journeys or anything. If you have a question or you can offer a suggestion or a good tip, feel free to throw it in there.
Good to have
Well,
you with us, Tamika.
hmm yes, he's dressed as Santa right now. Wow. Extra early. How sweet. Yeah. Yeah. Jaylene and Raymond.
Okay.
Yeah, Lorienda, you gonna have to catch up and get Brandon a page. Ralphie has a page. Raymond and Jaylene has a page. Think Veronica. Oh no, she did hers on TikTok. Veronica. Yeah. So Santa, that's really interesting. Yep, exactly. Exactly. There you go. There you go. Um, so does anyone else have anything else to say as far as meltdowns or want to share? Tamika, does your baby have meltdowns usually, or are they far and few? My son is nonverbal. I spent countless nights working with him, and now he's verbal and won't stop talking. Yeah, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. My DeAndre was he was nonverbal for years, and he said his first word at the age of 9. And yeah, once they get it, they get it.
Yeah.
Well, do it. Do it. What are you waiting on? Is their Facebook? Yeah, Jaylene and Raymond is their Facebook page. Y'all go add them and see their autism adventures. Took them on their first fishing trip yesterday, and we had a blast. Made my heart so happy. Oh wow, fishing! That's awesome.
Okay.
I would, and yeah, you too, Sonia. We have a page for Queen, but she doesn't like the camera. Queen said, "Get that thing out of my face." My son is 7 and no meltdown. Well, that's good. Knock
Yeah.
on wood.
And he might be much like me, where I now looking back, I realize I did have meltdowns, but they weren't like the meltdowns you hear described by most of the parents in this group. They consisted of crying. I got confused, didn't know what do I do now. I started crying.
Mhm. Since Tamika, since you're new here, I'm gonna have Mr. Charles introduce himself and tell you a little bit about him. And
Okay.
while he's doing that, I'll be right back, you guys.
Okay, Tamika. Yeah, I grew up uh, at a time when very little was known about autism, and so my parents knew there was something different about me, and they couldn't understand what it was. They tried to get answers. Three different mental health professionals found three different ways to blame my mom for my difficulties that I've had socially, and they couldn't come up with straight answers. Um, I'm everyone could see that I was way ahead of the other kids in math, but I couldn't fit in with them socially. In my senior year of high school, I placed first in the state of Connecticut in a national math contest. Um, I went on to major in math at Michigan State, graduated with honor in 1968. I'm 75 years old now. I'm retired mainframe computer software engineer. Uh, I live in the New Haven area in Connecticut with my wife, Cindy. I have a daughter and two grandchildren. Uh, my daughter and my granddaughter live in Maine. My grandson is a volunteer at a printery in Wallkill, New York. And we believe he's probably on the spectrum too. So anyway, that's a brief synopsis of my life for Tamika's benefit.
Thank you, Mr. Charles.
Hi, Lorianda. Yeah, and I hope that your son, um, enjoys a good life too.
Thank you, Mr. Charles, for sharing.
Yeah,
I had to go put my sandwich. Y'all know I get hungry around this time. I had half of a sub left. I just stuck it in the microwave.
yeah. I actually made me a little ham, turkey, and cheese sandwich.
Okay. Yep, I have an
Yeah,
Italian
yeah,
sub.
yeah. That sounds nice. Yeah, yeah.
So we're gonna have Mr. Charles one of these days soon do another focused live for us, sharing some things about his life, and hopefully he can help us parents with the information from his life that he shares. So y'all, you guys look forward to that. I'm just waiting on Mr. Charles to let me know when he's ready.
Yeah, and by the way, I have some posts I've shared with the group that show my family and show my experiences with romance and so on. Share some of those experiences, so you can go looking through the group and you'll find them. My name is Charles Geese, Gies. That may help you in locating my posts.
Mhm. Nita, you've been thinking about food since we you was right. I have. I'm hungry. I am. Uh,
Well,
I am.
if this makes you even hungrier, this Thursday, this Thursday we have a visit of a traveling overseer we have from time to time, and anyway, Thursday we're assigned to fix food for him, and I'm assigned to fix a dessert. And so I have in front of me a recipe for a devil's food cake I'm going to make.
Oh, that was food cake. Okay. Yeah, I'm hungry. And I was eating on. I had bought me some watermelon cubes, and they were delicious, but they're not filling. So yeah, I need some food. I need some food. So, um, there you go, Mr. Charles.
Yeah. Well, this is you can find look on. Actually, I just Googled devil's food cake, and it took me to a Food Network recipe. So you can find the same place I found it.
Mhm. I had cake on my birthday, and Raymond will be 18 on Wednesday. So more cake. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 18. Wow.
Oh, we know what Marie Antoinette said.
What's that?
Let them eat cake.
Huh?
Let them eat cake.
Let them eat cake. I don't get it.
And
You
that's
know, I'm small.
Marie Antoinette's famous words.
Oh, okay. Good
There
night,
was a
Lorienda.
Night, Lorienda. There was
Thank
a Far Side
you.
cartoon that showed Marie Antoinette being led to her execution. As she was being led to the guillotine, she was trying to correct herself. She was saying, "and ice cream." I said, "Let them eat cake and ice cream."
Thank you. So, what do you guys want on the? We had some more topics. Um, oh, now that I'm here, and I know Raymond is just going to be 18, but you guys, we're going to have the guardianship panel we want to put together real soon. We're still trying to find a couple more parents interested in joining the panel to discuss the process. So not necessarily that you've been through it, but if you know the process that you go through in your state, this can help. That information can help other parents. So if anybody's out there listening and you'd like to join the discussion, we're going to put that together soon because a lot of parents. We did this a couple years ago. We had a guardianship discussion, and that video is somewhere in the group. I have to pull it up, but we want to do it again. We want to revisit it and share some information. I know Pam and Dinah said they were okay with it, and Lorienda. So if you know any other parents, we're trying to get as many states. And Foxy, if you just know the process, if you could come up and help with any information you may have. There's Pammy, I could tell by the hearts. um, please reach out to us if you're interested. I was going to be a part of it, but just found out that in Alabama you can't even till 19. Well, that's good information to know. So, I mean, we can share that now. Why do they wait till they're 19? I wonder.
Wow. Well, it might be that you still have the parental authority until 21. Maybe that's what the story is there.
Oh, okay. What do you do to help Raymond when he has a meltdown?
Help Ralph.
Oh, Ralph. I'm sorry. I'm looking at your name and saying Raymond.
Or are you thinking about
Yeah,
Rain Man?
Pam.
Maybe you're thinking about Rain Man.
Yes, Pam. So the discussion was about meltdowns. Um, how often does Ralph have meltdowns, and what do you do to help? Do you know his triggers? What do you do to help calm him? Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I Facebook user.
Yeah, and I hate that it's like that. I wish they could change it, but Facebook doesn't allow another screen to come in. It has to be a public page. If it's private, they only show the Facebook user. So yeah, we're waiting to see if Pam can um, share if Ralph has meltdowns and the things she does. If anyone else is around and you'd like to share information, that would be awesome. That's what we're here for, to learn, share, and support one another. She says it does depend on what it's about. Storms, there is nothing I can do, so I just let him go through it. Okay. My son does not sleep. I need advice on this. Well, for me, and I know some of the other parents can chime in. DeAndre has uh, a sleep disorder, and he's had that since, very, very young, like around 5. He literally can stay up 24 hours and will be with full energy. Um, and this is by no way that I'm telling you, you know, our circumstance here, or our situation. So we did have to put him on medication. Um, and that's because no one in the house could get any sleep. If he's up, somebody's got to be up. And if we're tired or I'm tired, how are we going to take care of him? And he needs his rest, because he gets delirious. When he stays up like that, you can see it in his face where he's just delirious. So I've heard that other parents, they try melatonin. That didn't work for DeAndre. That just went right over. But have you tried like keeping them outdoors for a certain length of time? A nice, and I think it was it Pam that the essential oils, was it lavender? I believe lavender baths or creams to help burning the essential oils. Um, that may help. His meltdowns are a lot less since we pulled him from school. School was a definite okay. Okay.
which suggests that there might have been something going on in the school that was a problem.
Right, right. Something. My kids take melatonin every night and it works for them. Okay, so melatonin. That's me right now. I'm up with him and sometimes it lasts. Yep, I've been there. I've definitely been there.
Yeah, I had some sleep issues, but not as severe as some of the ones I'm hearing about in this group.
Hmm. And DeAndre, if when he has those bouts, I mean, he is with full energy. He's like jumping around. He wants to play and he wants to eat, and it's like okay. But then you could tell he's tired, but that little brain just won't relax to get him to lay down and go to sleep because he gets kind of delirious, and it's like okay, you need to sit down or go to sleep. But yeah, I've been through that. I find myself giving into him a lot lately to deter meltdowns. Yeah, sometimes what they say, you gotta pick your battles. You know, you gotta give in. You gotta give in. Yep, melatonin. Yep, that's natural. That's a natural way. And if he could take that, that's awesome. Awesome. Frankincense. Okay, lavender. Frankincense, lavender. So there's another good one, Tamika. My son takes clonidine and melatonin. Oh, he takes them both. Now, DeAndre takes the clonidine and trazodone for his sleep. For some, it doesn't work right away. The body has to get used to it. Yeah, yeah. Yes, Charles. He was hurt a lot in elementary, bullied in middle school on the bus. Ralph never talked at school. He always just watched other kids and then brought home those behaviors.
Yeah.
Oh, poor baby.
Yeah, that's the thing when you don't know happening until it's gone on too long. Then combating that can be difficult. You can, when you know about it in time, you can nip it in the bud. That's one thing, but um,
Right. Definitely choose my battles with Jaylene and Raymond. To otherwise, I'd be going crazy with them both being a single mommy. Yep. You definitely have to choose your battles sometimes.
and I have to express just my admiration for the single mothers in this group and the job they do. Because my daughter raised two kids as a single mom,
Yeah.
and my including my grandson, who we believe is on the spectrum, although he's never been evaluated. But uh, the job she's done, and it heightens my respect for all single moms.
Yeah. Oh, and we just found out that my 9-year-old granddaughter is on the spectrum.
Oh,
So yeah, she'll get her full evaluation. Right now they gave her the FO84 diagnosis, but we've always known. My daughter just was listening to other people, unfortunately, that kind of slowed her getting her evaluated. But it's out the way, and the family is relieved because now we know for certain. But yeah, the big ups to, I agree with you. Big ups to single moms. They're doing the thing. I'm a single mom too, but I do have help.
yeah, and that's the thing. Of course, in your case, I know you've told us that DeAndre's father is actively part of his life, which is great. Yeah,
Mhm.
Dorothy's case, when her husband left, that was it. They divorced, and he had a little bit of a part in the kids' lives for a little while, and then he disappeared altogether.
Yeah. Mm. My son does not like clothes. I can get him dressed, and that's
Boy,
the moment DeAndre steps in the house, those pants go off. I mean, if he could go around the house naked all day, but at least I'm glad he will stay in his underwear and a t-shirt. But yeah, something about clothes. Some of our babies just don't like.
yeah, I never had that issue, at least.
You never wanted to strip down when you came in the house, Mr.
No,
Charles. No, my daughter is a social worker. She caught it with my son at the age of 2. Okay, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, we figured my granddaughter was because she used to do a lot of stimming. She used to twirl, and her language skills, her speech and language skills are not up to par, and she's really behind her peers. But yeah, it was always there. We knew. Um, she she would probably be level 1, and in some areas she may be level 2, but I mean she communicates good with you and everything. But those signs have been there for a while.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Tamika, my daughter was the first person to suspect that I might have autism.
Hmm.
She After she watched the movie Rain Man, then she began urging me to watch it, and it was when I watched it that I saw why Dorothy had been urging me to watch that movie.
Okay. It's hard. I know at first I was in denial and kept delaying evaluations because I wasn't ready. Yeah. Yeah. I with DeAndre I was in denial too, but I pushed on. I still was in denial even after they gave me the piece of paper and said he was autistic, and I'm like, "Oh, what? What is that?"
Yeah,
Because I didn't know.
so you were swimming in Egypt.
Ralph loves. Oh, he loves. Oh, he's not a stripper, huh? I'm a single mom and have help from family. The time my son gets home from school, he takes off his shirt and socks and shoes. Yep, DeAndre takes off the pants. The pants have to go. As soon as Jalen gets home from school, she changes into her tank top. They have to be comfy. Hey, Ralphie.
Hi, Ralph.
Pam also has a page for Ralph. So, Pam, you want to share your page in the comments? Foxy shared hers. Share Ralphie's page so everybody can follow him too. Foxy says, "Hi, Ralph." I always knew with Queen. I just wanted someone else to see it. So, how old was Queen when you got her diagnosed, Sonia? Okay, everybody. We are at the 8 o'clock mark. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going to put up the link once again. If you'd like to come up and say some final inspirational last words or anything, feel free. Oh, third grade. Okay.
Okay.
When I tried to keep my jammies on longer, he tells me, Mama, get dressed. So, anybody want to come up? You're more than welcome, Mr. Charles. Any last words this evening?
Well, again, just stay positive. Do your best. Parents in this group are doing a fantastic job. We've 7 in Alabama. Yeah, that's right. Alabama's on Central Time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but that's what I'll say. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Sonia.
Hi,
Hey,
Sonia.
How are
yeah, it was around third grade.
you?
I
Okay.
had put her in a different school because we moved, and they caught it right away.
Okay.
Came at me
Other
with all the
school did.
paperwork, and I was like, "Thank you, let's get it done."
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a relief once you know and can get everything put
Right,
together.
because I was like, "This girl is not listening to me. She won't do anything. Everything is a complete mess, and she doesn't even recognize it.
Uh-huh.
All the paperwork she gets from school comes home tore up or balled up. She breaks pencils. She was doing everything, and I was like, help.
Help me.
Oh, yeah.
Well, good thing you found out and now you can work with her or get what she needs or hopefully get everything she needs in place.
Oh yeah, she's seventh grade now,
All
so
right.
Very good.
we got it. I got her where I need her right now.
Okay.
She's
So
out
you
of the well.
oh, go ahead.
Oh, she's out of the normal setting classroom,
Okay.
and I have them because she's not one of those ones that's gonna go from class to class. Queen will
Okay.
find her a spot and sit
And sit.
there and wait till it's time for the bus. And her teacher, it's funny because her new teacher called me the other day, and she's like, I told her about Queen not being able to go from class to class is why I have her in her class. And she's like, oh, I see that. Because she immediately found a table that she liked in this classroom. And I
And
can't get
she
her
was
from my, yeah, that's Queen. She'll find a spot, and that'll be her spot.
hmm Any last words?
I mean, be patient, be kind, and be knowledgeable
hmm
about your child because they go through a lot themselves and they need us to know what's going on with them so we can at least try to help them.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Hey, Teresa.
Hello.
You have
Hi,
any last
Teresa.
words?
Hi, Teresa.
Yeah, I knew my son had autism at the age of 1.
Oh, you know early.
Wow.
I knew because he was nonverbal and he looked to the side.
Okay. Okay.
But he
What
was
you what
that
do you mean?
well, he would when you talk to him. his eyes will go off to the side and not look at you.
Okay.
And he would walk on his tippy toes and point at things.
Okay.
I had him
So the
tested
signs
at
were there.
I had him tested at 2, but he outsmarted the psychologist, and they told me, no, he doesn't have autism.
Wow.
But I knew.
Right. Mommy always knows.
I knew, but then finally got him tested at the age of 8, and it says, yep, he's autistic. So
Okay.
I knew he was autism. I knew it.
Yep.
I had
Some
friends
of
that would
us
tell
took
me.
a lot longer to find out, but we found out eventually.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
That's
so
crazy.
Foxy says it's hard, but stay positive and spread love because our babies learn from us. Positive vibes for everyone. Have a great week.
You too, Roxy.
You never know how strong you are until being strong is your only option, right?
That right there.
That's for sure.
Okay, everybody. And as usual, thank you. And we will be back same time, same place next week. And we'll think of something else to talk about. But thank you all. I appreciate each and every one of you. And see you guys later.
See you
Okay,
guys.
go on. Have a
Have a
good
Bye.
great
week.
week,
All right.
guys.
Bye-bye.